Hello everyone, I am Shiv Prakash, Research Scholar, Department of Electrical Engineering, IIT BHU. Let's start the session for today. In the previous class, I talked about the jet transform. How can you use the jet transform? How to transform discrete time signal to in frequency domain, eh? Like in jet transform, jet domain. There is the importance of the ROC, region of convergence. If the region of convergence is different, then it can be changed the jet transform also because of the ROC. Okay, today I will I'm starting the inverse transform. How you can find the inverse transform of the system. Okay. Inverse jet transform also find is the same as the Laplace transform, like by the partial fraction. A simple method you have to do the partial fraction of the system, a given system. Then after you have simply apply the inverse transform, find the value in time domain, discrete time domain, with care about of the ROC, where the ROC is lies in the jet plane. Okay, for example, a system in jet transform is kz, where z minus 2, z1 minus 2. These two are the poles of the system. Or same thing, if you neglect the k value, then we will find z minus 2, zy half. Okay. In the system, there are three possible ROC. First one, right sided ROC, like mod objects should be greater than 2. You can include this one. Second thing, if your ROC is taken as less than half, which one is the lowest value? Lowest value is half. This one. Mod object should be lesser than the 1 by 2. Third one is in between them. If ROC lies in between them, there is a three possible ROC for the two pole system. In between them it is greater than half and less than 2. There are three possible ROC. Same thing if you want to plot in a Z domain system. This is the unit circle. First one is a half radius, that's why. The second one is 2. Sorry for this. Okay. In the first case, if the ROC is lies between or less than 2, less than half, this one, it means inside the circle. This is known as the mod object should be less than half. it is known as the inside ROC. If the inside ROC is there and unit circle radius is not including, in this case the system will be unstable. Second possibility is greater than 2 outside at ROC. This one. This is also not including the unit circle. That's why it will be greater than up 2. This is known as the outside ROC. Outside ROC. This is also unstable system because the ROC is not including the unit circle. Then third one is it lies between half and 2. Okay, this one. In this case, the ROC is lie include the unit circle radius also. Oh, sorry, half greater than and less than 2. This system is known as the two-sided ROC. And this is the stable system because of the ROC is includes the unit radius in the jet plane. Okay. Then how can you find the inverse transform of this system by including all of the conditions? If the ROC is less than half and ROC is greater than 2, and only ROC is lies between the 1 by 2 to 2. Okay. Eh, for finding the inverse jet transform, we should find the partial fraction of the system. Okay, take this system z minus 2, z minus half, or do the simplicity of the system. You should take as z as common. This one denominator the system will be 1 divided by z minus 2 and z minus half. I taken this z as common and given to send to this denominator. I'll tell you later. You can understand by easily. This one take a partial fraction of a z minus 2 plus b z minus half. Okay, with the partial fraction of this system, take LCM. This one is 1. Denominator will be cancel out. If you multiply of this one, a z minus half plus b z minus 2. This one is az minus a by 2 plus of bz minus 2b. To solve this equation, take the common factor is together like a plus b. Z multiplication is not in the left side, right side will be 0. Constant value is right side is a half minus of half a minus of 2b is equal to 1. These are two equations. There are two variable. You can solve easily by simply multiply your 2 here and 2 here, then add these two. You will get this one as 3 by 2 a is equal to 1, then a is equal to 2 by 3. If you got the value of a, then you can easily find the value of b also by this equation, and b is equal to minus of 2 by 3 because of a plus b is equal to 0. Okay, then apply this one. H by z, hz by z is equal to a by z minus 2, a is 2 by 3, and b is minus of 2 by 3, then send this z to nominate right side. You can common 2 by 3, this will be z divided by of z minus 2, second thing z divided by of z minus half, or you can write this one is just 2 by 3 1 divided by f 1 minus 2 z is inverse minus of 1 divided by f 1 minus half into z inverse. All of you know about the z transform. Alpha power n un is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus alpha z inverse. For alpha ROC should be greater than a mod of alpha. For this system, this transform is this one. Second thing, same z transform of minus alpha power n u of minus of n minus of 1. The same formula, same thing, 1 minus alpha z inverse for mod of alpha is greater less than of mod of z is less than of mod of alpha. These two conditions is applied for finding the inverse transform in z domain by taking the consideration of the ROC. There are three conditions taken ROC. If the mod of z is greater than 2, mod of z less than 2, and mod of z is between them, then take these three conditions. First condition, if ROC1 mod of z is greater than 2. Second one is ROC second mod of z of less than 1 less than half. Third one condition, if the ROC is lie between half and 2. This thing. Okay. In this condition, take the z transform system of the system 2 by 3. Which one you got the this one? 1 divided by of 1 minus 2 z inverse minus half 1 divided by of 1 minus half z inverse. Okay. For the ROC greater than 2, use this formula alpha power n un of this one. Then inverse z transform of this system is 1 by 2 2 to power n un minus half power n un because of ROC is greater than 2. Second condition, for ROC is less than half. What happening in this condition? Except 2 by 3 1 divided by 1 minus of 2 z inverse minus of 1 minus of half z inverse. Okay, in this condition, in the both condition, you have to choose the formula this one less than alpha, less than alpha mod of z is less than the alpha. It means inside the circle, the ROC is lies inside the circle of a half circle. For this one, you have to negate minus of 2 to power of n u of minus n minus 1. Second, minus minus will be positive half to power of n u of minus of n minus of 1. Okay, this is the inverse J transform of the system. Next one, if the ROCs lie between two quantity, then how can you find the inverse transform? Okay, the system 2 by 3 1 1 minus of 2 z inverse minus of 1 by 1 minus of half z inverse. Okay, in the system is greater than or mod of z is greater than half, it means this one have the greater than half, and this one is less than up to, then you have to choose the formula according to this one. This is the greater than, then you use this formula. This is the less than, then you have to choose this formula for this two different ROCs. Then this will be 2 by 3 less than, it means negative of 2 to power of n u of n minus of n minus of 1. Okay, minus is greater than formula, then half of power n u of n. You can take the common of this in the system is negative, then 2 by 3. In this system you can write like 1 by 2 to power of minus of n. 2 is the denominator, that's why this n is will be negative, u of minus of n minus of 1 plus half to power of n un. To reverse this order, then 1 by 2 to power of n un plus half to power of minus of n u of minus of n minus of 1. Then in the system you can see the negative n is totally negative in the second one. That's why the whole system would be written like mod of n. This system is non-causal system because of the there is a two-sided ROC, and this is the and ROC will be include the unit circle radius. That's why the system will be stable, non-causal stable system. But in this condition, the ROC is inside the circle. Inside the circle, it means inside the half circle. If there is a half, the ROC is lies between them. But the unit radius circle is outer ring of this one. That's why ROC is not including the unit radius of the system. That's why this system will be anti-causal and unstable system. unstable system. In first one, the ROC is greater than up 2 radius. This is the unit radius circle. This is the 2. Then ROCs are outer side. This is also not including the unity radius circle. That's why the system will be unstable for this one also. But this is the causal system because of the outer side, the ROC, outside ROC. The system will be causal and unstable. Okay. It means if the given ROC is there in the question, then you have to choose in the formula according to the ROC. If the ROC is not given in the system, then you can choose the greater than ROC. By default, you can choose the greater than ROC, but in the maximum question, it will be given. Let's do some question related to the inverse Laplace, inverse J transform. Then you can understand better for how to find the inverse Laplace, inverse J transform. There is the question. Ah, there is a mistake in the question by print mistake. The question is here the inverse transform of this of here to here xz is equal to log 1 minus 5z, where ROC is given mod of z is less than of 1 by 5. How can you find the inverse transform of this system? This system. The system is xz log 1 minus 5z. Okay. For solving this type of question, you have to learn about the property of Z transform. If you know about the property of Z transform, then you can solve the question easily. Okay, by the given properties. For solving this question, you know about the property of the multiplication of time constant, like xn differentiation in frequency domain. If there is an xn discrete time signal when Z transform of xz, if you multiply s of n in the system and xn, the whole system will be a minus of z differentiation in frequency domain to xz of this one. You can use this property to solve the question. This one. Okay, like that. If xz, suppose xz is given is log of 1 minus 5z, then if I multiply the both side, okay, let's start first of all to differentiate the system. Then differentiate the both side. 1 by log, sorry, log of 1 minus 5z, differentiation of this one will be 1 minus of 5z. Then second differentiation of 1 minus 5z again is of minus of 5. 1 is 0, minus of 5z is 5. Okay, then multiply of minus of z both side, d by z xz, then this will be minus minus z is will pass to 5z divided by of 1 minus of 5z. Okay, minus of z d by dz x z. However, transfer function is, you take a common of 5z, then you will get the 1 divided by of 1 by 5z minus of 1, and this z will be upper side will be a minus inverse, and if you take the negative common here, then this will be a minus of 1 divided by of 1 minus 1 by 5 z inverse. Then what is the inverse Laplace of this one? This will be nxn. Simply you can put nxn, and this one they depend on the ROC. ROC is given less than, is there. Less than, it means you have used this formula. Minus of alpha to power of n u of minus of n minus of 1 power mod of z less than mod of alpha. Same thing, negative is there, minus 1 by 5 to power of n u of minus n minus of. Then xn, the inverse Laplace of the system will be 1 by 5 to power of n u of minus of n minus of 1 divided by of n. Okay, you can find easily by using the property of the Z transform. That is second option is correct for this one. Here is division of the n. Next question is given as what is the inverse Z transform of the given signal. This one is given xz is equal to z minus of 1 z plus 0.8 divided by of z minus 0.5 and z plus 0.2. If there is this type of system, then how can you find the inverse transform for this one? Because of both denominator and numerator is same. Then you should first divide the system with the numerator by the denominator and find the constant value. Then after you apply the inverse transform. Yeah, yeah, you can find by this one. You have to take in as a z. You needed of this one because in the final after the partial fraction to find the inverse transform. Then multiply f z here also. This will be cancelled out. Then this will be the proper transfer function. You can use partial fraction for this one. Okay, let's start the partial fraction this system. Z minus of 1, z plus 0.8, z minus 0.5, z plus 0.2. Z 3 factor is there. Then we have to choose 3 variable, a by z plus b by z minus 0.5 plus c z plus 0.2. Z minus 1, z plus 0.8, z minus 0.5, z plus 0.2, and the left side. Right side we have to take the LCM of all system, z minus 0.5, z plus 0.2 is the same as the left side denominator. Then what is the here? Here is a, remaining is these two, z minus 0.5 into z plus 0.2 plus b, remaining is these two, then bz, z plus 0.2 plus c, then this one, these two remaining z minus 0.5. Okay, denominator will be cancelled out. In the numerator, multiply of these two, this will be z square minus 1 minus of 1 z and plus of 0.8 z. This will be 0.2 z. Negative value is greater than, that's why the negative is here, minus 0.8. We multiply with of 1 and 0.8. Same thing here, multiply of this one, and a z square minus 0.5 z and 0.2 z is equal to minus of 0.3 z, a 0.3 a into z minus 0.1 plus in this b z square plus 0.2 b into z plus c z square minus of 0.5 c z. Okay, by comparing the left hand side and right hand side, then find the equation, then after solve the equation. Taking the square term together, then this will be a, this will be b, a plus b plus c. Here is left side is 1, equation number first. Then z term 0 minus 0.3a plus 0.2b minus 0.5c is equal to this one z term minus 0.2. Equation number second. Third one, constant value minus 0.1a, minus 0.1a is equal to minus 0.8. This is the third equation. And what is value of a from this equation is a is equal to 8. Okay. Now put the value of a in equation first and equation second. From equation first, 8 plus b plus c is equal to 1. then b plus c is equal to minus of 7, equation number 4. Next one, from equation second, if we put the value of a is 8 is there, then 8 3 ja is 2.8, 0.3 is there, that's why 2.4 minus of 2.4 plus 0.2b minus 0.5c is equal to minus of 0.2, then 0.2b minus 0.5c is equal to sorry, this will be positive. 2.4 minus of 0.2 is equal to 2.2, equation number 5. Then multiply of 0.5 in equation 4, then we will get 0.5b plus 0.5c is equal to minus 3.5. Then I have to add this to number 6. To add this one, 0.7b is equal to minus of 1.3. Then b is equal to minus of 1.857. A value is 8, b is minus of 1.857. Then what is the value of c? You can put anywhere, find the value c. Suppose we want to find from here, then 8 minus 1.857 plus c is equal to 1, then c is equal to minus of 5.143. The question, xz by z is equal to a by z. A is 8 by z, then b by z minus 0.5, b is minus 1.857 divided by of z minus 0.5, c is minus 5.143 divided by of z plus 2.2. Okay, this will multiply here, then xz is equal to 8 minus 1.857 z divided by of z minus 0.5 minus of 5.143 z divided by of z plus 0.2. Written as 1.857, 1 divided by of minus 0.5 z inverse minus 5.143, 1 divided by of 1 minus 0.2 z inverse. Okay, then what is the inverse Laplace of inverse z transform of this one? The question is given as is not mentioned the ROC. In this case, that we have to choose the outside of ROC or greater than this one. All of the option is given like that also. Even only the constant inverse z transform is del n 8 del n minus 1.857. This one is 0.5 to power of n un minus 5.143. This is a positive. It means you can write this one is minus 0.2, and there is a minus of 0.2 to power n un. Okay, you can select this one from the option. What is the option? 8 del minus 1.857.5 for n un plus 5.143 minus 5.2 power n un. Second, 8 plus 1. There is a mistake. This will be del n. That is the thing. 8 del n and all of them. All the option is similar. And how can you change this one? All the option is similar. Only difference is plus minus. Then you have to care about that. I think this is the gate question. All the answer is similar to each other. If you mistake any plus or minus in the answer calculation, then you will get the wrong answer. I think this is the correct. This one negative, this one also negative. Both are negative. Yes. Okay. Next question. Impulse response of the discrete time filter is expressed by its Z transform function as Hz is equal to 1 minus of Z inverse divided by f 1 plus 0.5 Z inverse. The questions of the impulse responses values. It means we have to find the first one in inverse Z transform of the system. Then we have to put the value of n 1 0 1 2 and 3. Then we will get the perfect answer. Okay, how can you find the inverse Z transform of the system? This is also same thing. Both are the same order. Okay, let's start solving the question. This one you can write by different 1 plus 0.5 of Z inverse minus of Z inverse divided by f 1 plus 0.5 Z inverse. This one you can solve easily. That you can use formula. But another one, this one, how can you find Z transform? These both are same orders, numerator and denominator. There is a note mentioned about the ROC, then you have to choose the causal system only, greater than ROC. Then you know about the shifting property. It means if there is some XL and have some XZ is the answer. as a digit transform. If we putting some delay in the system, then same delay reflected by the in terms of z to power of minus of n naught xz. Okay, suppose for the example, if the alpha n un have a z transform is 1 divided by 1 minus alpha z inverse, if putting some delay here n minus of 1, single unit delay u of n minus 1, then single unit of delay also mentioned in term of z inverse divided by 1 minus alpha z inverse. These two are same. Alpha is minus 0.5. Okay. Then you can find hn is equal to, this one is same, alpha 0.5 to power n un, negative because of this is the positive. That's why minus 0.5 to power of n un for this one. There is a negative in them. Then second one is same thing plus, but there is some delay of 1 unit, u of n minus of 1. And we have to find 4 value, h0, h1, h2 and h3. For the value 0, then this will be 0. Here you see this system is, it started from minus infinity to minus of 1, but the system asking for at 0, that's why this system will be 0. But here is 0 if and if anything of power of n is equal to value is 1, that's why 1, this will value is 0. Second thing, at 1, at 1 it means n is equal to 1 minus 0.5 to power of 1 minus of 0.5 to power of 1. It means 1 minus 1 will be 0. The whole value is 1. 1, this will value is minus 0.5. Then this will value is 1. This is value minus 0.5. The whole value is minus 1. That's why there is 1.5. Minus 1.5. If you are putting the value of 2, then you minus 0.5 square here minus of 0.5 to power of 1. And this will be 0.25. This will be minus minus plus 0.5, whole value is 0.75. Next one, for the third, n is equal to 3. At n is equal to 3, minus of 0.5 to power of 3 minus of 0.5 to power of 2. This will be minus 25 into 5 minus of 0.125 minus 55 0.25. This will be minus 0.375. 1 minus of 1.5, 0.75, 0.375. These are the answer for this one. Oof. All are the same answer, only the difference in sign. Then you have to carefully choosing the option. There is only difference in sign. All of the values same. And by given this type answer of this type of question, then you have to recheck your answer, then after you have to put the option, because it may be say there is some mistake or plus or minus, then you have to recheck. You should recheck after, then after you will put the answer in your answer sheet. This thing you can solve by division method also. I'll show you how can you solve this one. I just give n1 minus sub z inverse divided by 1 plus 0.5 of z inverse. This one can be written as z minus of 1 divided by f z plus 0.5 if you take a z inverse common. Okay. Simply divide the question z plus 0.5 to z minus of 1. Simply divide this one. Divide this one, it will comes 1. If you multiply of this one here, this will be z plus 0.5. We have to minus subtract this one. Z will be cancelled out. This value of minus of 1.5. If you want 1.5 only in from z, then you have to multiply of 1.5 z inverse here. Then this will value of 1.5 minus 1.5 into 5, 0.75 z inverse. This will be cancelled out because this is positive, this is positive. Subtract this one, and this will be 0.75 z inverse. Now this is positive 0.75 z inverse. It means you have to multiply up z to the power of minus of 2, then you multiply up z, and this will be z minus 1. Then same thing 0.75 of z power of minus of 1 plus 0.5 to power of z of minus 2. The same minus minus, this will be cancelled out. This will minus of 0.5 of z in power 2. In this case you have to multiply minus 0.5. Oh, there is 0.75 into 5. It will be 0.375 minus 0.375 z power of minus of 3. This will be same minus 0.375 z power of minus 2 minus this will be 0.1875 to power of z of minus 3. If you subtract this one, it will cancel out. This will be 0.1875 z power minus of 3. Same thing you have to multiply here at power 0.1875 z power minus of 4. If this will be goes to down, but you want only these 3. Or this is a 4 order, that's why we have chosen these 5 terms only. Okay, the next set will be written as 1 minus of 1.5 z1 once plus 0.75 this one. I have written x z is this one minus of 2 minus 0.375 z to power of minus of 3 plus 0.1875 to power of minus of 4 minus of dotted like that. If you convert this one in inverse transform, this will be del n, this will be 1.5 del of n of minus of 1 plus 0.75 del of n of minus of 2 minus 0.375 del of n of minus of 3 plus 0.1875 del of n minus of 4 plus dot 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 to infinity. Then what is the h naught? Is this one 1 h1 this one minus 1.5 h2 this thing 0.75 h3 is minus 0.375 h4 0.1875. Okay, this is the answer you can find. Oh, there is some mistake also. Written, consider a causal and stable LTI system. Written here. LTI system with the value of with a rational transfer function of Sz. With a rational it means P by Q form. Use corresponding impulse response. This will be corresponding impulse response began at n is equal to 0. Furthermore, h1 is equal to 5 by 4 and the poles of the Sz are pk is equal to 1 by root 2 e to power of j 2k minus 1 by 4 pi for k is equal to 1 2 3 4. The 0 of the Sz are all at 0. Let gn is equal to j to power n hn, then value of g8. First of all, you have to find the gn. For the gn, you need of hn. For the hn, you need of hz. Then first find the original system hz. Then after you inverse of this one, you find the hn. You must apply the inverse z transform. You find hn. Then after you put in the hn value here, you find the gn. Then in place of the n, you have put the 8 value. Okay, let's make a system in z domain. How can you make? By giving the information. First of all, to given as a poles formation. Then you should apply the poles. Pk is given as 1 by f root 2 e to power of j 2k minus of 1 divided by f 4 pi. Okay, put in the value of 1, 2, 3, 4. There is a 4 pole. Then P is equal to 1, and P1 is equal to 1 by root 2 e to power of j. What happened here? We put in the value of 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 by 4 into pi is equal to pi by 4. Okay, sorry. This pi by 4 will be written as 1 by root 2 e power j theta is equal to cos theta plus j sin theta. Then cos pi by 4 plus j sin pi by 4. Cos pi by 4 is equal to 1 by root 2. This will be also 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2 will be common. Then this 1 by root 2 multiplication of 1 by root 2, it will be 1 by 2. Here is common is 1 plus here j only, then j by 2. This will be half by root 2, 1 by root 2. This will be 1 by root 2. If you multiply a root by 1 by root 2 here, then this will be 1 by 2. This will be 1 by 2. But there is j, that's why this will be 1 by 2 plus j by 2. What is the p is equal to? Put in the value p is equal to 2, p2. Second pole is 1 by root 2 e to power of j pi j 2 k minus 1. It means 4 minus 1 is 3 pi by 4. Then 1 by root 2 cos 3 pi by 4 plus j sin 3 pi by 4. What is the value of cos 3 pi by 4? 3 pi by 4, it means 135 degree. 135 degree is where? In the system, 0 degree. This will be pi by 2, or 90 degree. This will be pi, or you can say 180 degree. 5 pi by 3, pi by 2, or equal to 270 degree. This is 2 pi or 0 degree. Okay, this is all positive. This will be sine and cosec positive. In this tan, cot positive. In this cos and sec positive. 135 degrees between them. It means sine is positive only, cos is negative. That's why this will be 1 minus half. Sine is positive, j by 2. P3, it means p is equal to, at value of k is equal to 3, p3 1 by of root 2 e to power of j, it will be putting a 3. 3 to ja 6 minus 1, 5 pi by 4. Oh, this is 2 pi by 3. Sorry, 3 pi by 2. Not 5. Sorry. 5 pi by 4. 5 pi by 4 is lies between them. Okay. That's why all of the negative, cos and sine both. Then 1 by 2 cos 5 pi by 4 plus j sine 5 pi by 4. Both are negative. It means minus half 1 by 2 minus half j by 2. Last one, k is equal to 4. P4 is equal to 1 by root 2 e to power of j 4. It means 4 to ja 8 minus 1, 7 pi by 4. Cos 7 pi by 4 plus j 7 pi by 4 sine 7 pi by 4 lies here. That's why sine is negative, cos is positive, then 1 by 2 minus of g by 2. These four are poles given according to the question. You can write it, this one is z1, this will be z2. Okay, I wrote in a different color. z1, z2, z3 and z4. z1 is half plus j by 2 and z3 is minus. That's why you can write z3 is minus of z1, z4 minus of half plus of j by 2 plus of half minus of j by 2. It means this will be negative of z2. For the fourth system, fourth order system, how can I written as a transfer function in terms of frequency domain of discrete time, means z domain. K, these are four poles, then you can write it as four zeros here. All are 0 at 0. All 0 at 0. They all 0 of h is all or z is equal to 0. It means only z is term is there. And denominator is pole z minus of z1, z minus of z2, z minus of z3, z minus of z4. K into z power of 4, z1, z2, z3 is same as minus of z1, then you can write z minus z1 and z minus of z2. Then z3 written as minus of z1, it means z plus of z1, and z4 is same as negative of z2, it means z plus z2. Okay, these two you can write as a minus b, a plus b, it means z square minus of z1 square. Same thing, this two is z minus z2, j a plus a minus b, a plus b, z minus of z2, z square minus of z2 square. Then you have to find a z1 square and z2 square. Then after you have to put in the value here. I write, calculate here. z1 is equal to half plus j by 2. Then what is value of z1 square? Whole square. This one. Then this one a square plus b square. A square it is 1 by 4. J square by 4. J square minus of 1. Then minus of 1 by 4 plus 2ab. 2 into a is half, b is j by 2. This will be 0. This will be j by 2. Okay, z1 is equal to z1 square is equal to z by 2. z2 z2 is minus of half plus j by 2. Then if you square z2 square, then this will be whole square 1 by 4. Same thing, minus of 1 by 4. This will be minus of ab. 2a is equal to 1 by 2, b is equal to j by 2. This will be cancelled out. This will be minus of j by 2. Then put the value here. K z to power 4 divided by of z square minus of z1 square. Z1 square it means j by 2 square. J square is equal to minus of 1. Minus 1 is equal to plus 1 by 4. Oh, sorry. This is the square only, j by 2. That's why this will be j by 2 only. Z square minus of z2. Z2 square is minus of j by 2. It means j by 2. Okay. This is again a minus b, a plus b. Then you can write as this one z power 4 is equal to z power 4 and j by 2 whole square is minus 1 plus 1 by 4. This is the transfer function, impulse response in Z domain, but there is an still k value. How can you find the k? For finding the k value, there is given in the question something is h1 is equal to h1 is equal to 5 by 4. Then you have to put this value. Find h1 at place of z, put the value 1, then k divide by f 1 plus 1 by 4. h1 given as 5 by 4. Then what is the value of k? 4 1 is 4 plus 1 5 by 4. Okay. Let's, this will be 4. K divided by f 5 is equal to 5 by 4. Then what is value of k? K is equal to 25 divided by f 16. Okay. Then what is the hz? 25 divided by f 16 into z power 4 divided by f z power 4 plus 1 by 4. Then you can write this thing is 20 into 1 divided by f 1 plus 1 by 4 z power of minus of 4. This thing can be written as 25 by 16 equal to 1 divided by f 1 plus or minus of 1 by 4 into z power 4 inverse. Why I am writing like this? Because of making an property of the something. There are some scaling properties. If xn have some transfer function, if xn having a z transform of xz, then if there is some scaling factor in time domain by k, in the same thing in next z domain will be a z to power of k. Suppose if xz sum xz is given as 1 divided by 1 plus 1 by 4 to power of z inverse, then this thing is written as a z inverse of this one is minus of 1 by 4 to power of n un. All of you know about that. This thing is written as this one. What happen if f power z power 4 inverse Laplace? It means this will be z power 4 in place of z we have put in the z power 4. Then 1 plus 1 by 4 to power of z power 4, it means z power minus of 4. Is the same thing in our question. Then what is the inverse Laplace of this one? Yeah. Then what is the inverse Laplace of this? Inverse z transform of this one? Minus of 1 power 4 to power of, there is division. If there is a power is k, then the time domain is division of this one. Then n divided by f 4 because of 4 power is there. 4 u n divided by f 4. Okay. Then what is the hn? 25 divided by 16 into minus of 1 by 4 to power of n by 4 into u n by 4. Then what is the gn? Gn is equal to j to power of n hn. Hn is this one. Then we can write it as jn j to power of n. Hn is 25 divided by f 16 into minus of 1 by 4 to power of n by 4 into u n by 4. Then what is the value of G8 is asked in the question. The question want the value of G8, and simply replace the n by z by 8, then j to power of 8 h8 is equal to j to power of 8, can written as j square to power of 4 into 25 divided by of 16, 1 by 4 divided by of 8 by 4 into u1. This is a quantity multiplication of this one is available. Yes, u2 value is 1. This will be j square. J square is equal to minus of 1 की power of 4. It will be 1. It will be 1. Then this will be minus of 1 by 4 to power of 2. It means 1 by of 16 plus because of square is there into 1. It means 25 divided by of 16 into 16. It means 256. The value of this one is 0.0976. The acceptable range of this question is given 0.09 to 0.9. Okay, fine. Simply we have to learn about the property. You know about property of the Z transform, Laplace transform, then you can solve any question by property, using property. The next question there. The xz has a poles at z is equal to half and z is equal to half minus half 1. And if x1 and x minus half 1 is equal to 1, and the ROC includes the point of z is equal to 3 by 4, then the time signal of action. This will be small, not a capital. That will ask in time domain. But it's given in time domain, not a frequency domain. That's why this will be small letter. Same question, can you written as xz k? These are two poles, z square divided by of z. Z is equal to half. It means z of minus of 2 minus of half, and z minus of 1 z plus 1 minus of z equal to minus of 1. It means z plus 1. These are two poles. Then ROC include the point of 3 by 4. There is a 3 possible ROC. First one, mod of z should be greater than of 1, mod of z less than of half, and mod of z is equal to greater than half and less than of 1. And in which category is lie? 3 by 4. Okay, 3 by include 3 by 4. 3 by 4 and greater than 1, it not including. Less than of 1 by 4, 3 by 4 is greater than of 1 by 2. This will be 0.5, this will be 0.75. That's why this is also not possible. This is the your ROC. Greater than half and less than of 1. Then first of all find the value of k. xz common here, z into k, kz by finding the partial fraction of this one. This will be z divided by of z minus of half, so z plus of 1 will be written as a divided by of z minus of 2 b z plus 1. And find the partial fraction of this one. This will be z, denominator will be cancelled out. This will be az plus a plus bz minus of b by 2. Then a plus b is equal to 1, a minus of b by 2 is equal to 0. Then subtract this one, a cancel out, this will be 3 by 2, 3 by 2b is equal to 1, it means b is equal to 2 by 3. If b is equal to 2 by 3, then what is the value of a? 1 minus 2 by 3, it means 1 by 3. Okay. Then xz multiply of k, take as a k1 k2 k1 z for this two 3 z minus of half plus this is 1 by 3, a1 is 1 by 3, k2 here it will be a 2 by 3 z divided of z plus 1, 1 by 3, this will be 1 minus of half z inverse plus 2 k2 by 3, 1 divided by of 1 plus of z inverse. And this will minus of 1 minus of 1 to power of z inverse, you can write this one, find the formula. Okay, half it will be mod of z greater than of half and this will be 1, the mod of z is less than of 1, then you have to choose the greater than for this formula and less than for this one. Then xn is equal to k1 by 3 will be half to power of n un because of greater than, this will be a minus of 2k2 by 3 minus of 1 to power of n u of minus of n minus of 1 because of less than. Then what's the x1? This value is minus infinity to minus of 1. This is not including the n1. 1 is there only. K1 by 3 into 1 by 2. X1 in the question is given 1. This will be 1. That's why K1 is equal to 6. Okay. X of minus of 1. Minus of 1 is not including here. There's only here minus of 1. That's why leave this one. and for putting the n is equal to minus of 1, this will be minus 2 k2 by 3 into minus of 1 to power of minus of 1. It will be negative is equal to, given in the question is minus of 1. 1. Was the case, there is 1. This will be minus positive k2 is equal to 3 by 2. Then what is the actual action? There is 6, k1 is equal to 6. It means there is 2 into 1 by 2 to power of n un minus k2 is equal to 3 by 2. 3 by 2 it means cancel out to each other, minus of 1 to power of n u of minus of n minus of 1. This can be written as like 2 into 1 by 2 to power of n, and this will be subtract one the power, then 2 to power of n of minus of 1. Because of this one, this 2 can be written as 2 to power of minus of 1, and if you add this one, then this will be a 2 to power of n minus of 1 un minus of n to power of n u minus of n minus of 1. This is your actual answer. Excel. Sorry. And 1 by 2 to power n minus of 1 un minus of n to power n un. Yeah, this one is the answer. What is the difference between others? This is only a 2 power n. Here minus of 1 is not there. This is also not there. Okay, this is the answer. Next question, find the inverse Z transform of ZQ divided by FZ minus 2 if the ROC is less than 2. XZ is given Z to power of Q divided by FZ minus of 2. Is a common of this one, Z square, Z divided by FZ minus 2. This will be written as Z by 1 minus of 2 Z inverse. This is again shifting properties. If any time domain function have a Z transform of XZ, if delay is there by value of n naught, and same time of Z to power of n naught is there in the Z domain. It means xn if 1 by 1 minus of, if you reverse this one, then what happen? 1 by 1 minus of 2 Z inverse is equal to, there is a ROC less than ROC. It means minus of 2 to power of n u of minus of n minus of 1. Okay. Then xz here can you written as z square divided by f 1 minus 2 z inverse. It means you will multiply here z to power 2 into 1 by 1 minus 2 z inverse. Then multiply 2, it means there is a positive power 2 minus of 2. Oh, sorry, this is not minus because of this minus is there. Plus 2 to power n power of 2 n plus 2 u of n minus of n. It means in place of n we have to put in the n plus 2, then minus of n minus of 2 is there, minus of n minus of 2 minus of 1 is equal to minus of 3. This is the inverse Z transform of the system, given system. Okay. The Z transform of Z divided by of Z square minus of root 2 Z plus 1. The ROC is greater than of 1. How can you find this type of question? Z divided by of Z square minus of root 2 into Z plus of 1. Can you multiply this one? By 2 root 2 Z into root 2 divided by 1 by root 2 divided by of Z square minus of root 2 is given in the question. The same thing, multiply of root 2 into 1 by root 2 Z plus 1. The numerator can you written as right root 2 Z. 1 by root 2 is sine pi by 4. Denominator can you written as Z square minus of, this is the root 2 is 2. 1 by root 2 is 2Z into sine or cos, both you can written cos pi by 4 plus of 1. I have written this one, this thing like this because of the sine, the transform of sine is this one, same to same. How can you find the z transform of sine? Suppose xn is given, what is the sine? An. Un. How can you find the z transform of this one? You know about xz is equal to summation of n is equal to minus infinity to infinity sine of an un into z to the power of minus of n. Because of the un, this summation will be changed at 0 is equal to from 0 to infinity sine of an into z to the power of minus of n. You know about sine an, sine theta can be written as e to the power of j theta or j an minus of e to the power of minus of j theta minus of an divided by of 2j. Same thing you can apply here. Xz is equal to summation of n is equal to 0 to infinity in place of sine e to the power of j an minus e to the power of minus of j an divided by of 2j into e to the power of minus of n. 1 by 2j you can common, summation of n is equal to 0 to infinity e to the power of j an into e to the power of minus z to the power of minus of n minus summation of n is equal to 0 to infinity e to the power of minus of j an into z to the power of minus of n. E to the power j a into z inverse to power of n minus same thing you can write here also e to the power of minus of ja into z power of minus of 1 to power of n. Okay, summation of n is equal to 0 to infinity r to power any power of n, any value power of n, then the value is 1 minus 1 by r. Okay, same formula we can use. This is the gp, summation of in series gp. Xz is equal to 1 by 2z. R is equal to same thing, this one e power something is e power j into z inverse. Then this will be 1 divided by 1 minus r. R is here is 1 minus e to power of ja into z inverse minus 1 divided by of 1 minus e to power of minus of ja into z inverse. You can take LCM 1 minus e power ja into z inverse 1 minus e to power minus of ja into z inverse. Or you can write this one, this thing. Once again I write, this will be z divided by f z minus e to power of j minus z divided by f z minus e power of minus of j. Then after you have to take the LCM for this one. Z minus e to power of j, z minus e to power of minus of j. This will be z, z minus e to power minus of j. This is the answer, multiplication factor. In this case, this one is the multiplication factor, e power minus of j, sorry, j. This will be z square minus of z e to power of minus of j minus of z square 1 minus plus z e to power of j divided by z square minus of z e to power of minus of j minus of z e to power of j plus e to power j into e power minus of j is equal to 1, e to power 0 is equal to 1. This will be cancelled out. This will be written as we take common z e to power of j minus e to power of minus of j divided by of 2j here in the numerator. The denominator, this will be z square minus of 2 to z common, 2 multiplication 2 division you can do e to power of j plus e to power of minus of j divided by of 2 plus of 1. In the numerator this will be a sine, z is equal to sine of a divided by of z square minus of 2, this will be z, this will be cos of a plus of 1 xz of the sine system. Put the value of pi by 4 is equal to pi by 4. Then xz is equal to z sine pi by 4 is equal to z square minus of 2z cos of pi by 4 plus of 1. This is same to same of this one. But there is only difference of root of 2. Remaining thing is same. That's why root of 2 and this thing you can written as sine of pi by 4 n. Then overall xn you can write xn is equal to in the question root of 2 sine of pi by 4 n. Inverse transform of this one. And un also because of find the z transform after the 0. Okay. Okay, thank you everyone. I want to stopping here.